Hey now, take a step outside and seize the day now. Set aside your worries, it's okay.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. All right, so today I'm gonna be talking to you about something that not in a million years did I ever think that I'd be talking to you about. I wanna talk to you about the coronavirus. No. I don't wanna get into the details of all the sickness that's going around. I wanna talk to you about one of the message that stopped me dead in my tracks. And it was the message I got from my school telling me that my kiddos were going to be home for a month. Listen, we're prepared for all the breaks that are scheduled throughout the school year, right? Like, we know what's up when summer break comes. We know that the pools are gonna open up and we're gonna be playing in the backyard with all the neighborhood kids, and we're gonna be riding our bikes and going to the parks and movie theaters and all the good stuff, right? We know about it. Spring break, most people take a trip. If you don't take a trip, you're expecting it, you know it's a break, and you wake up every day late in your pajamas and it's no big thing, right? And then the holidays come along. We know how to handle that because we're gonna be spending time with family. But a quarantine that is being forced on our country feels a lot different. Now, from what I understand, most schools are treating this the same way, in that we are not going to make up this time at the end of the school year. It's not going to cut into our summer break. But what it is going to be is an opportunity to do some e-learning. All right. Well, what does that mean, right? Like, my first grader is going to get onto a electronic call with her teacher, and they're going to teach her all the things she needs to know in first grade. I don't think so. Okay, so I got sent home a big fat packet of schoolwork for my first grader, my kindergarten a smaller packet, and my preschooler obviously no packet. Either way, my kids are gonna be here all the damn day. Now, if you have little babies, this isn't that big of a change for you. You're used to having your kiddo home all day. But if you have a kid that is in preschool, even a couple of days a week or older, this will affect you. And you do need to make some decisions about how you are going to handle it. Now, you can just do what the school says. They send you home with some worksheets and do those with your kids and call it a day and sit around and watch movies for the entire month. But here is the teacher coming out in me. This is what I want to tell you. Your kids thrive on structure. They feel safe, they feel comfortable, they love knowing what's about to come next. And if you're not going to be able to offer that, that can feel very disastrous to them. So what I am suggesting to you is I'm suggesting to you to get a schedule going for your children for the time that we are all stuck inside our house, putting on a new hat that is, I'm now a homeschool teacher, which I know a lot of us are not ready to do. I know I'm not ready to do it, but you know who else isn't ready to do it? Your nanny, your babysitter, your au pair, whoever takes care of your kids during the day while you're at work. And if you're a stay-at-home mom, you're certainly not feeling equipped to handle a school day. Am I right? I think so. Now, here's what I can promise you will happen. If you treat this like you treat spring break, if you treat this like you treat summer break, and all of a sudden turn it into you get to wake up late every day, sleep until 10 o'clock, go to bed at midnight, stay in your pajamas all day, watch movies, eat junk food, have the time of your life, if you treat it that way, which I'm not saying you can't. By all means, do that if that's what's right for you. But I'm telling you, you will notice a change in your children. You will see them arguing more with siblings. You will see them bored, which is going to make them act out. Trust me, this is in the pipeline. A week of it? No, probably not going to happen. But an entire month of no structure, no plan, no schedule, and no academics is going to put them in a space you're not going to like the results of it. Trust me. Now, putting together a schedule seems overwhelming. As you can see, I'm a teacher. I used to teach special education. So, this feels familiar to me. I've been here. I've done this. I've made lesson plans, but it's been a while and it seems like a lot. But I am suggesting that you do a bit of lesson planning. Now, I'm going to leave you some materials that you'll be able to use as well that I came up with, at the last minute, so that you can see how this can be fun, but it can also be educational for your kids and provide a bit of structure. So as you can see here, what I've done is I've made a schedule for each day of the week, and I've put each activity that's going to be happening on those days. So for example, I'm gonna have my kids start their school day at 9 a.m. Now this is Corona camp, right? So it's not regular school, which means I don't need to, drag their butts out of bed at 7:30 every morning, but I do want to have a start time to the day. And I thought 9 a.m. was a good compromise. It's not too late, but it still forces them to get up and kind of get their butts moving. Now, you and I both know that when we sit in our yoga pants for too long, we don't feel as good about ourselves. So getting dressed, taking a shower, brushing our teeth, maybe putting on a little makeup makes us feel a little bit more motivated during the day, right? So I'm going to have my kids wake up in the morning and get themselves dressed, no matter what. Now, we're going to start our morning off with a morning walk. It seems kind of silly, but you know what? Rain or shine, we're going to do it. It's the very first thing on the agenda. They have eaten breakfast at this point. They're dressed for the day. We're going to go for a little walk. We're going to walk around the block. That's it. We're going to be gone for about 20 minutes. When we get home, we're going to have a little snack. Even though that's not something they have during the day, we know how much our kids love to eat snacks, so we will provide, yes. The next thing that we're gonna do is read. I know, you're saying to yourself, I'm ill-equipped to handle reading. What is that? How do I do it? What does it look like? You know what? There is not a lot to it, you guys. You can simply pick a chapter book, decide to read it, and read it to them for 20 minutes and ask them questions. Now, if you've got kids at all different ages and levels, you are going to see that that's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard for you to level. You can't read Harry Potter to your 2-year-old, but then also read it to your 10-year-old. It's just not going to make a lot of sense. So, maybe at this point you divide and conquer and you have 2 of the kids read silently while you read aloud to one of the kids. Maybe you do what a lot of teachers consider their small group instruction, and you move from one child to the next and work on them with whatever level they're at. So, maybe you're reading aloud to your 3-year-old, and maybe you are helping your 5-year-old to sound out some letters and actually begin to read. And then maybe with your 7-year-old, you're actually having them read to you. Some other things that you can do during a reading lesson are practicing the alphabet for younger kids, or having read them something and having them answer questions about what they've read. Check their comprehension, see how their comprehension is. So after reading, I've put into place different special activities. This ranges from art to music to cooking to yoga. These are all really cool activities that I've put into place. I'm going to put yoga up on the TV. And here's the thing, guys, and I really think that this is important to add. This free time that you're going to be losing, you're going to gain it back by putting this schedule into place. So when yoga time happens and you're able to put it up on the TV, you can use this time to shoot emails, quickly do a load of laundry, clean up the kitchen, whatever it is you need to do, even if that's just take a mental health break at that moment, while the yoga instructor on the YouTube channel or the cable TV is showing your kids how to do yoga. Now that is wonderful for them. It's calming them down. It's getting them the exercise. But if you decide at that point you're going to do art, come up with a project that's easy for them to do on their own. Get them set up, get the supplies going. It doesn't have to be fancy. Get on Pinterest, see what there is to do, and get it going for them. I promise you, they will be off on their own, independent, and this will allow you some free time. Cooking is fun, and it's something you want to get involved with them on. Use that time to bond with them, quality time that you're losing every day during the week while they're at school. Now, the next thing on our schedule is free play, right? They're going to be so excited at this point because you've done nothing but structured things so far. So at this point, you're saying to them, you can go and do whatever you want to do. If you want to go play outside, go for it. If you want to go play with your sibling, that's great. If you want to read, if you want to color, if you want to do Legos, anything you want to do, it's your choice. Free play, have at it. I'm setting the timer for 30 minutes. I'll see you in 30 minutes. Again, more free time for you unless you decide to play with one of the kiddos. I've also put lunch into the schedule. Obviously, having it at the same time every day continues to keep their stomachs at a spot that they're used to. If you start pushing lunch too late, then they get into a spot where they're not hungry when they return to school. If you serve lunch too early, then they get into a spot where they're at school and, they're starving because they're used to having lunch earlier. So you really want to kind of keep with their school schedule on this. So serve lunch between that 11 and 12 marker, 12:30 if you want to. And then recess, guys. I did not schedule into here a recess because there should be 2 in the day. This is your opportunity to get outside. If you want to do a reading lesson outside, have at it. Now, after lunch, I put in something that we already do as a family on the weekends and during the wake for my youngest. is a quiet alone time. This is so important, and it's really not something that they get at the school day, but it is important knowing that we are going to be stuck inside this house on top of each other. They're going to need a break, okay? They're going to need a break from playing with each other. They're going to need a break from being with each other. And if you're a solo and you've got one kid, they're going to need a break from you. You cannot be with them 24/7. Send them up to their room. It's not a punishment. It's a quiet alone time where they can do whatever it is they want to do quietly in their room with lack of stimulation, which is great. When they're being stimulated for that many hours during the day, you're going to want to do that. Now, after quiet alone time, I pull in an academic thing at that point. Now, you can do the schoolwork that the school sent you, or at that point, I have built in a handwriting time and a math time. So I'm going to switch them throughout the days. You know, on Monday, I might do handwriting, and Tuesday, I will do math. And maybe on Wednesday, I will do science and social studies. But I'm going to pull those subjects in. I'm going to focus on my core subject, which is reading. That will be every day. But math, science, social studies, handwriting will be during the same time every day, but just rotated as I see fit. Now, during handwriting, we're going to be practicing our letters, writing them, practice handwriting, dictations for my older children, just to brush up on their handwriting and not lose the ability to do that during this month break. Math time, and you can go anywhere and get workbooks. Working on math, you can use manipulatives, you can have them do word problems, anything that you can think of. Trust me, there's plenty of materials online. Hit up Pinterest, go to the teacher store before it closes, and get yourself some stuff. Well, last but certainly not least, I did build in some time for electronics. Again, this is another area where you're going to get a break, but I built it in that they can have it for 30 minutes. Now, if you want to tweak it and make it an hour, that is fine. You know, if you want to say 30 and you extend it to 45 because you're feeling like you need that extra time to yourself, so be it. But if you allow them to watch TV all day, every day, trust me, they will get bored. They will be biting at the bit to get out of the house. So if I was you, I would schedule it, find a time for it, pop on a show, pop on something fun and educational, pop on something they love. At that point too, instead of TV, I'm offering up the iPad. Get some apps like ABC Mouse, Khan Academy Kids, Endless ABCs is a great one for the young kids, and have those available to them where all of the kids can sit and have iPad time then, or they can watch a show at that time as well. Now, to end our day where, you know, the school day ends, we are ending our day around 3 o'clock, which is roughly the same time that they end school. And I'm ending it with a field trip. Now, all this means is that I'm going to come up with something fun to go do. Listen, the coronavirus is not hiding in the forest preserves or the woods, so I most certainly am going to take advantage of that. And I'm going to pack them in the car. We're going to bring a snack and we're going to go walk around a forest preserve for 30 minutes. Maybe we're going to go to a Starbucks drive-through, grab ourselves a fun little snack and a treat, and we're going to go find a park to sit at and enjoy it. Whatever your field trip is, find something that you can do. Because really, guys, bounce houses, movie theaters, play spaces, you know, all those fun spots that we're used to taking our kids to when they don't have school, they're not going to be open. And if they are, it's really not smart of us to be taking them there just because of the nature of the germs. On any day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever it is, the germs are rampant, they're spread around. You don't want to take them to those places anyway. So pop those field trips into your schedule. They will love it. They will love the break to just get out. And you know what? Maybe it's simply just taking a drive, you know, turn up the radio, roll down the windows, and just get some fresh air and have something fun with them to do. Please just understand that this is your schedule, it's your jam, it's however you want to do it, and you do not have to follow mine. I hope you find this resource helpful. I hope that you are able to use it and implement it. I promise you, you will see your kids feeling excited about it. And one of the things that you might learn along the way while you're working with them, while you're seeing this progress in their reading or their math or their handwriting, is you might find that your child is struggling. And you know what? When school gets back in session, you might want to reach out to the teacher and say, hey, I noticed this during the break. I saw they really don't seem to know their letters. What's going on at school? This is really going to put you back in a space to say to yourself, you know what? I know where my kid is at. I'm seeing where they're at academically. And you know what? This is your opportunity to show your children that you value education and that you're not going to let it stop because we've been quarantined into our homes. Best of luck to you, mamas. I'm with you. I'm doing it too. We are in this together. I hope that this resource has helped you. Please go ahead and subscribe if you can for more videos like this. Bye. Have a great day.